What's going on, guys? One thing I hear people talking about all the time in the automotive industry, and mostly people from outside the automotive industry, is everyone thinks their shop, their technician, their dealership is ripping them off. They think they just want them to do these repairs or replace this or replace that when it really doesn't need to be done. We're going to kind of dive down into that and get to the bottom of what I think is really happening versus being ripped off. I'd just like to take a second to thank today's sponsor. Wait, there isn't a sponsor. I only have 13 subscribers. If you want to help change that, hit that subscribe button. Now, if you're one of those people that think your shop is always just trying to make money on you, trying to screw you over, your car doesn't actually need the repairs they're recommending, at the end of the day, it's true. They are a business. They are for profit. That is how they're going to stay in business. But from my experience, a lot of these shops, they're just normal people. They're just like me and you. They're just trying to make a living. And if they're not recommending things that your car needs, they might be doing you a disservice. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is our job as technicians is to prevent you from having failures in the future. So whether that be, for example, we recommend you need shocks and struts. What you run into is as those things wear out, for one, your car's going to ride like crap. A lot of times it happens so slow that you don't realize it. Second thing is you're going to start wearing out a lot of other components. Control arm bushings, ball joints, tie rod ends, you name it. You're going to have lots of other issues when you don't replace something as it wears out. Now, you could spend a couple $100s to do the shocks and struts now, or you can spend a couple $1,000s replacing major components later. That's just one example. You could use numerous other examples, whether it be transmission fluid, make sure you change your engine oil like you're supposed to. All these things are to prevent catastrophic failures. And most of the time, that is why your shop is recommending that you do these things. Now, if you don't do some of these preventative maintenance things, is your car going to die tomorrow? Probably not, but we're trying to prevent you from having issues. You come into my shop, I recommend something because, I don't know, you may be going on a road trip. You may be driving 500 miles, 1,000 miles, and it's going to look really bad on me is if you break down on that road trip because I didn't recommend something that I saw. Now, are there bad apples, bad shops, bad technicians that do try to get over on people? Sure, but that is the minority. Most shops are just honest business people trying to make a living. Now, there's a few things that shops are going to do that all shops should do whenever a car comes in. The first, of course, is going to be a multi-point inspection. So what this is going to do is a technician is going to go over your car from top to bottom to see if they can find anything that's wrong with it, something that may give you issues down the road, or something that needs immediate attention. If you ask, most shops will give you a copy of the multi-point inspection. Most of them do anyway. But one thing that has started to ease the tension between customers and technicians and shops is technology. There's a lot of options out there that shops can use, and they can actually, as part of that multi-point inspection, they can go around with their cell phone, take a video, and actually send the video over to show you what is wrong with your car. So you can actually see it with your own eyes that, hey, this really does need attention. One thing I hear all the time on this topic is fluids. So they recommend you change your engine oil. That's known across the industry. Everyone knows that. But there's a lot of other fluids in your vehicle that also go bad. They're still petroleum based. They're still oils. They still have add packs. these things go bad. Now, a lot of OEMs are now recommending lifetime fluids. One thing to keep in mind on OEM intervals, especially when you're talking about fluid, is the OEM is worried about getting you through that warranty period. For all of us that drive cars that are not under factory warranty anymore, it takes a little bit more to keep those things going. Another one of my favorites is, every time I go in, they try to sell me an air filter. Well, if you only take your car to the shop one time a year, there's a good chance you probably need an air filter. Another thing while we're on this topic, those $19.99 oil changes, the shop is losing money on those, for one. For two, most of the time it's just the bottom of the barrel cheap oil. But the third thing is those are designed to get you in the door in hopes that the shop's going to be able to upsell you something else that you need that they can actually make some money on. And yeah, if you have work done at a shop, it's going to be expensive, just the way it is. Parts are expensive. There's labor time involved. Especially if you're going to drive anything that's German or high-end, price is just going to keep going up. And any time that you're in the scenario that you think, hey, I don't know about this, they might just be trying to make some money on me, you're always welcome to take it to another shop, get a second opinion. Any reputable shop is not going to be offended if you go somewhere else to ask for a second opinion. Because as long as they're doing their job correctly, then the next shop is going to tell you the exact same thing. So while you might think it's awesome that you've got a shop that doesn't ever try to sell you anything, think it's a great shop, that may be causing you unnecessary downtime if you break down, you can be losing value in your vehicle, and you can also have really expensive catastrophic repairs that need to be done with a lack of maintenance. Not to mention, you're losing efficiency if your car's not running its best. It could be costing you extra money in fuel, things like that. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. See you later.